Welcome to You Name It. You know, I forgot. You said you wanted to do a new intro, didn't you?
Yeah.
What's your intro?
Oh, God. You're going to hate it. You always hate my intros. But,
I sure do. No, I'm just kidding.
But here's how it goes.
Tell me.
The sun rises and the sun sets. The glass is half full and the glass is half empty. Ooh, we can't have a glass half empty, Jerry, because it's You Name It.
Holy shit, I do hate that one.
I figured you would. But I had to get the beer cracking in there.
Oh, there we go. Hey, you want to do a little work talk right now?
Hey, should we tell them where we're at?
Well, here's the... Yeah, we're in Miami right now doing a auto show like we do every single time you hear us. But here's a little work talk. Murphy's looking for the PS2 adapter. Should I tell him does he know that they're overnighting one?
He called him to have him overnight one and ask him if he confirm it with him. Then he was supposed to call Jason and find out.
I'm going to let Murphy rot while we do this show.
Okay.
There you go, Murph.
You get to rot.
Can't answer your task. I don't even know what he's talking about.
He's talking. It's that old adapter thing for old computers.
Yeah, I get that part, but I don't know why he says he's still looking for it.
Oh, because I don't know. He's all over the place today.
Okay. I hope you're better as you listen to this, Murph, because today
you were everywhere.
You're sweating it out today. It's a hard day's work for you, that's for sure.
He'll probably be trying to call us while we're doing the show and everything else.
Maybe.
So
now I'm all off topic.
You know what? I got tons and tons. I get tons of phone calls all the time on these shows, but the best one I had was my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was busy, so I didn't pick up the phone. Gloria is my mom's. She's getting up there in age, and she lives alone still at home. And
yeah, but you said she was only coming up to 70. She shouldn't be acting 90-ish.
Well, she worked 2 or 3 jobs her whole life.
Let's put it this way. She lived with you for a large period of life.
She had to put up with my shit. So anyway, just to give you a glimpse of my world and how I was raised, and keep in mind we grew up in New Jersey, so she's got a little bit of a New Jersey accent.
Oh, hang on. How long is this?
Oh, this is 59 seconds.
59 seconds. 59 seconds of Gloria.
Of Gloria.
Or with Gloria. That's our new segment. 59 seconds with Gloria.
So here we go. She calls me, nickname is Young One.
Young One, okay.
Because my little sister actually used to call me Young One because I was the immature one.
Yeah.
And I think it's still true. So
she's right, yeah.
So this is my mom.
Okay.
Hey, Young, do you have any Petoskey stones? I know I gave your kids each one a while ago, but I want one.
Oh, Gloria.
The show that we watch called Auntie Patsy has hers.
That's a weird name for a show.
Traverse City and Petoskey, so I want one too. A blind spot's one. The lady has all the tattoos all over her body, and she has one of a Petoskey stone, and they were talking all about the Petoskey stone on the movie the other night. I know, I'm going crazy.
True.
TV show.
And I texted your son and told him I was sorry I yelled at him.
Oh, that's nice.
Etc. So we're friends again. He said, we love each other. Okay. Take care. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.
So
she's a lovely woman.
That's 59 seconds with Gloria.
Etc.
59 seconds of my life I will never get back.
We're friends again.
I wonder how many times she said Petoskey stone.
So we're friends again. We love each other.
Well, she texted me the other day. She's like, your son, he's supposed to come over and rake my leaves and mow my lawn, and he gets on that damn Xbox, and then I get a message from him that it's too dark for him to ride his bike over and do it. So I fired him.
Too lazy for him to ride his bike over and do it.
I'm in Miami. What do you want me to do? This is your deal with him.
That's grandma stuff. Hit him with a wooden spoon. That'll straighten him out.
It's payback for all the shit I gave my mom. Now my son's giving it to her.
What'd your grandma do to you when you were doing some shitty stuff?
It wasn't grandma that used to do stuff. My grandfather used to We had some weird stuff we do with Grandpa.
That sounds bad.
We played penny toes. Have you ever played penny toes?
Right now I'm picturing something I don't want to picture.
Grandpa would lay on the bed and he'd take rolls of pennies and break open rolls of pennies and stick them in between his toes.
What the hell?
And then he would wiggle his feet, and whatever would fall out, we would get to grab.
That was a Grandpa game. All right, kids, come on. I'm going to lay in the bed and we'll play penny toes.
Penny toes.
I'm using the Ron voice for your grandpa. Penny toes.
It's the weirdest fucking shit.
It sounds really creepy, but it kind of isn't at the same time. It's kind of like because remember back in 1972 when you were playing penny toes, that a penny was worth something. You get one Jolly Rancher per penny.
Yep. Oh,
$1, you get 100 of those green apple babies.
And they had a candy
Green
store
apple
that was like a
babies,
block
what's wrong with
away. You know, like when you watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
There was actually that candy store that has everything. They don't have those much anymore.
Nope.
I mean, there's one in Clawson by where we are that's called Doc Sweets.
Yeah, that helps all the national listeners.
Yeah, but fuck you, Jerry.
No, but it's nice to know there's one in Clawson.
Yes, there is one in Clawson.
They do have. I mean, there was one in the Wayne area too. The vintage candy store. It's probably closed now because nobody wants to go pay the prices. All the stuff you'd have to find online,
right,
to order. All the good stuff. I mean, probably half the shit I would mention they still have, like bottle caps.
They do. They've got them.
You know, but I mean, in the regular stores.
And they have the bulk candy too.
Oh, the big bins.
Yeah. Have you noticed, like, for instance, Myers and Kroger and stuff, they've gotten rid of all their bulk area.
No, last
for
time
peanuts and stuff.
I saw the candy at Myers Thrifty Acres.
They got rid of it in a lot of stores because they were getting rats.
Oh. See, I had a little brain aneurysm there for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Josh, I didn't mean to bring that up. But I had a little brain slip.
Yeah.
Because I started to think about... I just did it again. The bulk candy. Oh, Myers, because I said Myers.
You're losing it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about with the Detroit people who say things like, I'm going to Kmart's.
Yeah.
And I work at Ford's.
Ford's.
No, you don't. You work at the Ford Motor Company.
Right.
Well, I guess you could say it for Ford's because you could think of it as Henry Ford's Motor Company.
Right.
So I work at Ford's, so you could put an S in there. But most of the time they're throwing S's on. Hey, let's go to Target's. I'm going to Target's to get a shirt.
I still like K. Roger. Did you ever hear that one?
Oh, for Kroger, K. Roger?
Yeah, that was my Houston story. Where they got you put up at? Oh, we're right up at the street on the corner of Kirby and Main, right there, you know, at the Residence Inn. Oh, right there next to the K. Roger?
K. Roger.
I'm like, right at Kirby and Main. Driving back to the hotel, get stopped at that light, I look up, Kroger.
That's what you mean. That's the one we went to in Texas.
Yeah, the K. Roger. Right. That's the K. Roger. I was thinking Kenny Rogers
K.
Restaurant
Rogers.
or something like that, or the K. Roger.
Yeah, Kroger's.
Oh,
I'm going to go down to Kroger's.
Speaking about idiots, oh my God, this is a
minute.
setup.
Wait.
What?
We're not done with candy yet.
Oh, okay.
I went to a movie theater in Albuquerque.
First beer burp tonight.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank
that was
you.
a classic. I went to a movie theater in Albuquerque with Frank, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
No, I went by myself. I had to... I had nothing to do.
Do
when
they
I
make gluten-free candy?
No, but then instead of having the candy counter, they had... I'm all wrong because I think it's Sacramento I'm even talking about. Whatever, I get all confused about that. But instead of the regular candy counter, they had the whole bulk candy thing, and you paid per pound for whatever you wanted. So you could get a soda for, $9 or whatever they charge, but then you go and you can grab the bags and you scoop out of the bins like the gummy bears and the Swedish fish and all that shit. You just pay by the pound, which was a really good deal because usually a tiny little 1 ounce box of anything costs you $87. But you don't care about that, do you?
No.
No, you're just waiting for me to get done talking about candy in Albuquerque, Sacramento.
Well, one thing you did bring up is you lose track of what city you're in.
Yeah.
And people who don't travel as much as Jerry and I don't realize how difficult it is to actually exist in this world in hotels and...
Yeah, it's not glamorous. It's not like, oh, you're lucky. You get to hang out in hotels with a maid.
Yeah. No, I went to... there's been so many times where I'll go back to my room and it'll be the room number I was in the last city.
Oh, you're that guy?
I'm that guy. Or I check into the hotel, drop off my luggage, go right to the convention center to get to work, come back, and be like, I have no idea what room I'm in.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the front desk and be that guy.
I've overcome that one. That started early for me because I think I must have done it one of my early shows. Yeah. So my routine now is every time I get the keys, I take a picture of the little envelope they give the keys in with the room number.
Room number outside your door.
I usually do it before I even get there. I can do it at the front desk, and just as soon as they hand me the keys, I just take a picture of the room number.
Worst one I heard was one of the guys got drunk one night and came back, and he went to his room, right room number, wrong hotel.
No, great.
Had security. He knocked on the door, and some guy woke some guy up at 2 a.m., and they had to call security, and their security walked him over to his hotel security, and they got him in his room and put him to bed.
We heard a story when we were doing the Stooges documentary.
Yeah.
That Mo Howard, I'm trying to think of who said it. It might have been Mousy Garner. And this guy has this crazy voice like, Mo Howard was a really good friend of mine. He was an angel. And we used to like make fun of him. But he would say like, Mo Howard had no memory whatsoever. He used to go home after work and he would go up. He knew what floor he lived on, but he had no idea what apartment he was in. So he would just get off the elevator and scream his wife's name until she opened the door and told him to come down. Oh my God. I'm thinking, do I believe this guy? Because I can't imagine anybody not remembering day after day where they live.
Oh, but yeah. And
speaking of old, how old do you have to be to stop doing parkour?
Oh, I don't know.
There's a point in your life where you have to realize that you're too old for parkour.
I don't know. I was thinking about that just the other day. I was on the balcony, and these balconies are staggered, and it looks like you can go all the way up to like the 18th floor balcony and parkour all your whole way down to the
hotel. If you were what's his name who plays James Bond?
Yeah.
Daniel Craig. If you were Daniel Craig, isn't his name? You could just run right down to the ground level.
I'm pretty sure it's about the same time you stop skateboarding and stuff like that.
So 18?
Hopefully.
No, I didn't. Skateboarding in our day is not like it was now. You had a period of like 2 years in the late 70s where it was cool, and then it disappeared. You watch any skateboarding documentary, and they'll talk about it too. It kind of went back underground and then resurfaced with these Stacy Peralta and all these guys that were good. But it was just dumb when we were younger. They had shitty skateboards with shitty wheels on them. And, it was just a way to hurt yourself really badly. And it was boring. Nobody wanted to do it.
They've got so many different ways of transportation now. We've seen it all down here. We've got
the Wasp.
The Wasp, yeah.
Remember the Wasp? Guy had like a tricycle, stand-up tricycle, 1 foot on each back wheel, right above each back wheel, nothing in the middle, and a front wheel, and it just looked like a wasp flying down the street for some reason.
There's those little skateboard things that I was looking at. That you said the balance thing would probably kill your legs.
Again, we're well versed in the information. I have no idea what they're called. I think it's called balance wheels or something like that.
Yeah, that fucking thing.
That fucking thing's bugging me out there.
What's that?
These people, another hotel thing. These fuckers at the hotel, they leave their radios up. All the wait staff and security and the help people, they'll have their radios blasting. Just
who needs a towel? Who needs a towel?
It's just stupid. And it'll just go off forever. And I just want to open the door and just scream, hey, shut the fuck up.
Hey, how many lights did you have to cover up in your room at this hotel?
9.
9?
No, I
counted them.
Let's see. TV, 2 wall, because now the little light switches, the flip switches on the walls, they all have to have a green light on them now. So 2 of those. The TV, I taped up. I didn't want to crawl behind the bed to unplug the alarm clock, so I just taped over the whole face of the alarm clock. The little, this is good because I'm pointing now, like the radio listeners can see. The smoke detector doesn't flash the giant green light in these ones
because they haven't changed the batteries.
Yeah, they're dead right now, so I don't have to do that one. I guess that's all I can
The light
remember
on
right
the
now.
phone, yeah.
Oh, the light on the phone. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 now. I didn't do the little iPod dock, which has a blue light on it.
Yeah.
Well, this is the piss
Blue
off
doesn't
part.
bother you, but red does.
You know, they all bother me, but it doesn't shine out like the rest of them do. So I did do all the tape off stuff, and the curtains are really good. So these are the two bothersome things. Then I lay down in bed, turn off all the lights, and you know how it starts pitch black before your eyes adjust?
Right.
Eyes start to adjust. Blasting light. Because the bathroom window there's a window in the bathroom that just has a shade, a white shade. And
it only goes halfway down, and then it's smoked on the bottom.
Yeah, so then I'm like, what the fuck? So then I got to get up, shut the bathroom door, lay back down, eyes start to adjust, and then I realize the worst. These doors in this hotel have so much gaps around the whole thing that light's pouring in through the door, and you can't even do the towel at the bottom just to block it up.
You're getting angry.
Yeah, because now someone's got a spotlight just shining down the hallway into the room, and I just gave up and went, all right, I'm going to try and rely on my eyelids this time. And it still doesn't work. It's almost like, this is how bad it is for me. This is why it's such an obsession. It almost feels like there's heat on my face from the light when I close my eyes. Like I can feel the light on my skin like a vampire.
See, the thing that irks the shit out of me is the amount of outlets that are in hotel rooms. There's not enough. They give
they're in dumb spots.
Yeah, they give you this bed, but I've got sleep apnea, so I've got a sleep machine I got to plug in.
Yes.
I want to plug my phone in because I use that as my alarm. But they don't give you any fucking outlets by the bed. Most
You don't
hotels.
have? I've got 2 on each side.
Well, I do here, and I added a cube tab to get all my shit.
Here, where you're pointing at something like I did earlier?
Oh, yeah, I am too. We're sitting in my room, so this is like weird.
It's weird that I'm in your room.
Oh, and this hotel it just changed to an SPG. SPG is Sheridan and Starwood preferred guest.
Yeah.
So I'm platinum with them because it's
fancy you.
Well, Texas State Fair,
yeah.
41 days in a Starwood hotel, but it's not quite equipped or up to the same standard as the SPG brand.
No, but they feel they're better because this is one of these Miami, for the listeners, this is one of these Miami special hotels.
Boutique.
Yes, this hotel, you look online for the Royal Palm, which I like to call the Royal Face Palm. It's like on a weeknight, $350 a room.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. And how they try and trick you into thinking you're in a fancy hotel is by putting shitty furniture, lawn furniture in here and acting like you're now upscale because you're a hipster.
Everything down here is like that Art Deco crap.
Well, yeah, it's all art. I don't mind the architecture, but I do mind when you throw a bench in the room with like an outdoor pad on it and 3 pillows that say Control-Alt-Delete, and that's supposed to be where you can relax.
I like how they've got the power cord stapled to the fucking wall in like an artsy-fartsy design.
Oh, yeah, they just took a power cord and squiggled it all. Instead of coiling it up and running a straight line, they squiggled it all over the wall like it's art. And it's not. It's a stapled up power cord. It's crappy.
Oh.
You know, the other thing about the cool hipster hotels, you ever stay at the...
They're not set up for business.
The W?
Yes.
So I go to the W down in San Francisco one time, and I've noticed this is a thing with these people. Your bathroom isn't closed off. Like...
Yeah.
It was like a lunch counter.
Yeah.
There was just a window that was in between the bedroom area and the bathroom. Usually it's a full wall.
Yeah.
I would even think that it'd be cool to have a sliding glass, maybe a frosted glass that doesn't open or whatever. Yeah. It's just an opening. It's an opening right to where you're shitting.
How about the San Diego Omni with the wooden blinds that you can still see people in the bathroom shitting if you're, your buddy's in your room and he goes and I gotta use your restroom and take a dump, which I always do. If I'm gonna be at somebody else's room, I gotta leave a deuce, mark my territory. But yeah, this place is not set up for business travelers. You go to the front desk to get your package that got delivered, and the only one capable of getting your package here at the Royal
Facepalm,
or
what'd you call it? The
royally fisted. Oh well, he'll be back in about a half an hour. So I gotta wait a half an hour for my fucking package I needed. I got 4 guys at the hall. These are the cords that I need to make the audio system work, and I gotta wait for a half an hour for the concierge to get off his, because no one else can fucking do it.
Get off his what? His ass? Get off his ass and
fucking
bring me a
ass.
package?
Oh, I got my laundry back today. Guess how much that was, Jerry?
How much money did you spend on 5 days worth of work clothes?
5 days worth. Well, first of all, you sweat them a lot, so you got.
Well, that doesn't make any difference. You could wipe all your clothes in dog shit, and it wouldn't make a difference. You're still cleaning them.
Well, that's
It's 5
true.
sets of clothes.
No, but I changing my underwear multiple times and socks because you're sweating and
that part.
shorts,
Yeah.
and then going down to the hot tub after work just to unwind.
I feel bad that I didn't have to change my old underwear multiple times.
$312 to do fucking laundry.
Yeah, like essentially 5 days of clothes plus a couple extra pairs of socks and shit like that.
That's 3 Jeep payments.
Look
That's
at it.
3 car payments just to do 5 days worth of fucking laundry.
You have your own laundrician. You
Yeah.
have your own doctor of laundry because that's like $100 a day to do laundry.
It's like surgery. It's like going into the doctor's office and they jack you up on the cost.
I heard you. Not you, Davin. I heard that listener right now that said he said 5 days worth of clothes. It's not $100 a day. It's 3 days. It would have to be 3 days for $100. So I heard whatever listener just said that.
Yeah,
And I
corrected
say,
you.
fuck you. You know what I meant.
Yep,
It's a lot of money per day.
$312.
That's the first time I swore at the
And
listeners.
it's not even. I mean, they're charging $11 fucking to wash a goddamn T-shirt.
Let me see that list.
Socks, a pair of socks, $4. I can buy a new pair cheaper.
Wait a minute, Davin. Why do you have 18 pairs of undershorts on here?
Because
I'm just kidding. I don't want to hear it. No more ball talk.
It's 89 degrees and humid here every day. I sweat through my frickin' underwear, and I use a lot of ball powder. That's what's going on, Jerry.
I didn't want to hear it. I
You're
just
looking
wanted
at-
to bring it
you're
up.
Looking at the list.
Well, I actually wanted to see what
Because
the
you're going to
prices
send yours
were.
out tomorrow.
Short. No, I don't. I packed just enough for this one. Shorts, laundry,
So
$11 for a pair of standard cargo shorts.
Lisa's going to start charging you $312 when you come home to do your laundry.
Should make a killing that way, man.
She's going to be like, Jerry, you brought home dirty laundry?
All right, now hang on a second.
I
This
listened
is
to the
confusing.
podcast.
This is confusing to me.
Okay.
$11 for a pair of cargo shorts,
Yes.
and it's only $35 to get your full tuxedo cleaned and pressed. So it actually has tuxedo on here. They're acting really cool at this hotel. That's the first time I've seen tuxedo on any of the laundry lists.
Thank
This
God I
place
didn't
is-
bring my... Do you own a tuxedo?
This place is an asshole.
It is. Do you own a tuxedo?
Do I own a tuxedo? No, just a top hat and a monocle.
I actually have...
I'm building one piece at a time.
I actually bought a tuxedo. I probably don't fit in it anymore, but because of all the charity events we have to do, I actually bought one and have one hanging up in my closet. So someday
nice.
I'll fit into it again. I keep thinking, but that's really not going to happen. You know,
Got an
here's-
update because we started with it.
Okay.
PS2 to USB problem solved.
Yeah.
Murphy found a hub thing. It's for camera something. It's something camera stores. It's working.
Oh, okay.
So first he solved the problem, and that's great. But the next thing he needs to work on is how to text, because it says, "I found a hub thing. It miles will camera stores. It's working."
Oh, the crazy hours have gotten to Murph now.
Sorry,
finally.
Tim. He listens to the show. That's why I'm beating up on him.
I know.
Thanks for listening, Tim.
It's finally getting to him.
You know what he just thought in his head? Fuck you, Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry. Fuck you, Jerry.
This has been sort of a trying week. We're not talking about work so much because there's no issues with any of our work people ever. There's no issues with our clients. There's no issues with our coworkers. Nothing is a problem ever. But let's talk about labor. Now, I'm a very pro-union guy, and I was raised in a union household. It's going to be tough to convince me that it was shitty for my life to be because my dad worked at a union. No one's going to be able to tell me that it's bad because I was able to have a middle-class upbringing with nice schools and everything because of the union.
I was in the IBEW. when I was
Yeah.
at the former company.
Right, and you could not like me all you want about the union thing, but and I'm good with it. But whatever's going on in Miami,
There's some stupid shit going on here in Miami.
it's a definite problem. I have never ran into a larger bunch of imbeciles in my life.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's not a problem with the effort, like the trying to work, and you'll attest to this. You didn't have when there was work to be done because we have a lot of stop and go. Then there wasn't a whole lot of where the hell are they? There's a little bit on our crew, I guess.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the guys who
Where the hell are they?
were working, they were actually trying to work. They were just doing it all wrong, and they were just stupid. Sorry, I hope none of them listen to this show.
Well,
tell them how stupid they are.
The one thing that bugs me is when you order a crew of 8 guys at 8 a.m. to meet you in the Chevy booth, and you get a phone call from the steward at 8:30 saying, well, where do you want your guys? That would be the Chevy booth that I sent them to. And then you get 1 guy, and you get 2 guys, and 3, and they kind of straggle in. And then you get the guys that are wandering off, and they're in some different land, and you got to find them.
Yeah.
And it's wrangling cats.
But you were telling me, because you might have forgot how that went down, you were looking for them still at 8:30.
Yeah.
And you called the union guy, and you said, where are my guys? And he said, what time do you want them there? And you said, 15 minutes ago.
Yep. Hey.
Oh, no, you called them at quarter after.
Yeah.
And then still at 8:30, they were just wandering in like the Walking Dead.
Yep.
One at a time. Just
where do you want
stumbling in.
Well, and then,
Chevy.
And then it's hot. They don't have the air conditioning on when we're building, so cut them for their lunch. I gave them an extra 15 minutes so they can go, because a lot of them don't go anywhere. They got to go to the food truck, and the food truck gets so busy. So if they can get a jump on the food truck, that's like major benefit. But I'm sorry, guys. If I give you an extra 15 minutes break, fucking be on goddamn time when you get back.
Yeah, I know.
20 minutes fucking late every goddamn break. They go on a 15-minute break and they're 20 minutes late for it?
Right.
What the fuck?
Everything's a half hour with these people.
Oh, my God.
Give them a 15-minute break, and then they're back a half hour later. I noticed that. And then lunch. You give them an hour lunch, and they're back in an hour and 15 minutes.
And there's certain shit you should
have. You send them to lunch 10 minutes early or whatever, and they're still 15 minutes late.
I'm like, oh, my God.
Well, it's not like there was any help being given anyway, so.
We tend to get more accomplished when we send them to lunch.
Yeah, right.
Because we don't take lunch, and then we'll go around and fix all the shit they fucked up.
It's just bad. The leader or the guy with the most seniority who is doing the work. We don't even want to. I'm not even going to mention which union it is, so we don't want to get them in trouble.
He's been there since 72.
1972. He's been there since. He knows everything because he'll tell you. It doesn't matter if he actually does know it or not. He still knows more than you do. And this fucking jackass he'd never take any, like, hey, you know what? There's an easier way to do that. Oh, really? Like the last 3 walls I built?
Yeah.
No. I can't even describe this guy, but I did come up with his name, though. I call him the Scarecrow. Because he's thin and he's tall and he has no brain.
But he's the one with seniority, so you can't you can't
beat up on
complain about the Scarecrow, because then you'll get really shitty guys.
I was trying to show him how to do hang a tile without beating on it with a crescent wrench.
Yeah.
And I just go, here's a way to do it. And he goes, I know how to do it. And I wasn't even there yet. I go, yeah, but why? I just feel like I should show you this way. This is a technique that we use. And I lift it up, clip it right in like 2 seconds. And it's too much to describe for you listeners, but it's an easy procedure.
Well, at the one point
he was taking 5 minutes a tile, and I pop it in less than 20 seconds, all linked together, and he still looks at me like, yeah, I don't need to know that, I'm good. And then goes back to 5 minutes a tile, beating on it and twisting it all over and making me mad.
At that one point, he had gotten 6 done in the time that you and I did 80.
Exactly.
And we were caught up to him, and he didn't look to his left or his right at all to see that.
And it's not an exaggeration, because he was working on the top. We waited, and there's 2 sides of this 100 million tile wall, And as soon as we got to the point where Davin could push a box over for me to stand on and reach up to start hanging these tiles, we started working, and we finished half of the wall in the time that he did 5 or 6 tiles.
Yep.
But I think to have him still think he's good at it is the problem.
Here's the thing. I think they were fucking with us, though.
I don't think so. I think there was part of that earlier, but at the end...
At the end, when we went out, they had probably a dozen left to go. And with the rate of time it was taking them to do 1 tile, we went out and had a cigarette.
I don't smoke. No, I'm just kidding.
And the dozen were done. And it was like, all of a sudden,
you know
they
what
grew
happened?
a brain? What the fuck happened there?
No, they didn't grow a brain. What happened was it got down low enough for that other guy to come in there and start hanging them. The guy today, Johnny, or whatever his name is.
And he was a decent guy.
He's decent. Thanks, Johnny. I yelled at him today, though.
Did you?
Yeah, because he pushed that box and left it.
Yeah.
And like the listeners, like we're talking to ourselves and leaving them out. Pushing a box to store in a different division, things we need to have access to throughout the show. And it got pushed out of the dock into the empties because he left it there thinking that somebody else was going to store it for or whatever it was, you know. And he's going, I pushed it over there. I go, yeah, but you don't leave it there. Well, those guys said they would put it in that back room for me. I go, those guys aren't on our crew.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I go, just,
that's why it's not
now it's in
anymore.
empties. Yeah. Now we got to go find it because you left it to other people who aren't working with us.
Oh, empties. Oh, my God. Okay, let me explain to the listeners.
I hope we're not in trouble for talking about work, are we?
No.
This is different
This
stuff.
is show floor shit. This is not complaining about work. It's complaining about some of the shit we have to put up with. Oh, my Lord. Anyway.
Never had worse labor in my life.
So I'm... At some point in the show, you've got a bunch of empty cases, and you need to put stickers on them. So the forklift crews that are coming around can take them off the floor so they can get the cars in so they don't damage the vehicles and everything else. So one of my guys comes over and he says, anything you need me to do? I said, yeah, we need to fill out these empty stickers. And I've already got like 4 or 5 of them filled out. And I said, we need to sticker all these empty cases so they can get them out of here because we got cars coming in. Handed them the Sharpie. All you gotta do is write in the booth name on the empty sticker and stick the sticker on the side of the box. I come back, he's got empty written on the empty sticker. I said, okay, so where's the empty booth?
He just writes empty.
Because that's where it's gonna come back to.
Okay, so after he added the word empty to the sticker, how many times did the sticker say empty?
Luckily, I
3. It said 3 times because it already says empty on there in 2 different places.
When I say fill out the empty stickers, I don't mean look to your left. That's how I filled them out. I put the booth name in right where it says booth name.
It says
right.
Yeah.
So now
Chevy.
Booth name says empty on all of yours. Now you need to walk the quarter mile to the desk and get more fucking stickers, Jacknut.
Yeah, Jacknut.
Oh. Lord.
Oh man, that's okay. That's good. That's show floor. Let's complain about Miami in general.
Oh my God, the heat.
This is the first time in my life that I have ever seen a tip jar at a 7-Eleven. Somebody explain to me why a 7-Eleven clerk needs a tip.
Yeah.
Especially when you go in there and the line is 8 miles long, and then the line outside is another 6 miles long of people begging.
Here's why it's so fucking bad. 7-Eleven needs to change their goddamn policy. Okay. Ooh, we're going to have a Big Gulp, and if you buy a Big Gulp, you can get a quarter-pound hot dog, and it's $2 for a Big Gulp and a hot dog. However, I'm going to have to take the cashier, and she's going to have to fucking walk down, and she's going to have to take the tongs and pick up the fucking hot dog and put it in the little bun for you and put it in the little box, close it up, and bring it back. That's why there's a fucking goddamn line, because it's not goddamn self-service food. You're acting like a fucking food place. Be like goddamn Speedway and let customers pick their own fucking roller food. It's roller food anyway, goddammit. It's not fucking a restaurant.
I wanted to hear hot dog in there again, though.
Hot dog.
Let them pick their own goddamn hot dog.
That fucking bitch, she gave me a sriracha fucking quarter-pound hot dog. You know the shits I had the next day?
Sriracha.
Oh my God.
You don't have to call her a bitch.
Mustard
Get all
and
misogynistic about your hot dog service.
Mustard and sauerkraut on a sriracha hot dog does not do good things. That's why my cleaning bill is $312 because I'm shitting myself.
You beat me to it. Actually, I didn't think of that one. That would have been a great one if I thought of that one.
Oh.
Damn it! I missed a good joke.
That's
that
why
would
they
have been
charge me
great.
so much. They're like, "Oh my God, look at this!"
Yeah, but now you're
It's sriracha.
now you're explaining to me why they think they need a tip. Because I do notice at some 7-Elevens they got the thing spun around and you can grab your own deep fried roller taquito chicken nightmare.
Well, like it's some
but you
kind
can
of
grab it
gourmet
yourself.
thing.
But now these ones are
Oh,
spun
we don't
backwards.
want people touching our fucking nasty food.
Yeah, it's not going to make a difference with that stuff. It's just no. I wouldn't eat theirs anyway. But so that's what they think. They think that grabbing that hot dog with tongs and putting it in the paper thing and giving it to you
Justifies
is
the tip.
worth a tip now, as if they're the maitre d' and they've got a cloth over their arm and it's just so stupid.
There's tip jars in so many places that don't need to fucking have tips. And down here, if you guys ever travel to South Beach, look at your bill because they automatically include a 15% gratuity on everything.
Not at 7-Eleven.
Because Europeans don't tip.
Is that against the European tradition? It might be. There's a lot of places. I read online the Mental Floss magazine. Right. They had lists of like what you do and what you don't do when visiting another country. There are countries that are offended by tips.
Maybe that's why there's a tip jar at 7-Eleven, because they figure they'll get Europeans that don't know that you don't tip at 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, we must have to tip here. Tipping is customary
right there,
in the United States. I should do that with an accent too. I don't know which one to choose though.
You don't have an Amish one yet.
No, I can't remember what Todd said. He said something about milking the cow or something, but I don't know. But there's so many international people down here that you walk down the street and you hear 17 different accents. A lot of Spanish, though. This is like the Spanish-speaking capital of the United States.
The office heard me today when I got electrocuted.
Oh yeah, you got electrocuted.
I got electrocuted today. I don't know how you didn't hear it.
I
screamed "fuck" so loud. My God, I've gotten electrocuted 3 times in my life, and from working,
yes.
It happens.
From work, you had to add that. It wasn't in my leisure time.
No, it wasn't something stupid that I did, like running a drywall.
I wasn't changing the glass tubes in my, or what do they call it? I wasn't changing the vacuum tubes in my television set.
Yeah, there is a
or
little
my
bit
hi-fi.
There is a little bit of danger in our job when you're dealing with fucking idiots.
Well, and giant distros full of power and all of that.
So we got the power distro for one of the walls.
Explain to the people what a power distro is.
Basically, stuff that needs 208, which is twice the voltage as 110.
Yeah.
Some of our equipment needs high power.
The math doesn't work, but I'll go with it.
Well, yeah, I know, whatever. Anyway, so
220, 221, whatever it takes.
220, whatever it takes. So anyway,
it's a giant box that they hook giant wires into, and then it distributes the power in the way that in a variety of different voltages, so that you can use it in different ways.
In New York, they wear a suit when they're putting the connectors on, just in case.
Like a nuclear
suit with a face mask and all this other stuff. So we've got one of these distros in the back room, and the guys have decided that they're gonna put this roof canopy over the back break room, so the girls can change in the back or whatever, and anyone in the catwalk can't look down inside this open roofed area.
Yeah, it's these displays are like a giant LED wall, and it's got a room behind it where the product, like a closet-sized thing where the product specialists will go in and store their purses and all that stuff. So don't steal from them.
Yeah.
But they decided to put some black fabric over the top, which we call duvetine.
Correct.
They put it over the top so that people couldn't look down in there and see them in their bras and underwears, when they're changing, because they'll come in shorts and change into clothes.
But oh my God,
as if shorts weren't clothes.
So they're putting this fabric on the roof, and what they did was they tipped our distro, which is this high power thing, and it breaks it out into all the connections we need, and they tipped it on its side, so now it's resting on top of all our connections that are powering our screen. And then they take the pile of cable that is now a spaghetti mess because they've moved it 15 fucking times.
Throw it around every time they try and do something.
And they throw that on top of this distro. So let's add some weight to it. Then let's put a chair there so I can stand on the chair and put this fabric up.
Yeah.
So now it's dark in there. I've got a tangled spaghetti mess, something that Peppy would fucking dig into and just fucking...
Nice shout out to Peppy.
Yep, he would devour
Means nothing
that.
to the rest of the listeners, but...
Well, they'll have to go back a couple episodes.
I know, they'll have to listen to all of them.
So anyway, I'm pulling out these speaker lines that we ran that go under the carpet to strip them down and connect them to our AV racks, and so we can test audio. As I'm pulling one of the cords, I hear a and a giant freaking flash of white light, and it's dark in there now, and I can't see, and I yelled fuck so loud. I'm sorry, anyone that was listening, but I got electrocuted.
Yep.
My finger, I can feel the bottom part of my finger again. The tips are still, it's dead. It's like dead finger.
Still, hours later, you still have a dead finger.
This dead finger. And it's my
if it turns black overnight, then you're in trouble.
Well, it did have a line down it, which was weird, because it had a line earlier today.
No, that's part of the formation of your new superpowers.
So, oh God, if I could like touch people with that finger and make people smarter,
it'd be a great one to use down here.
Great way to get
Although you use it all up in one day down here.
Yep, on our crew.
But I got a call. I knew it happened not from the swearing, but because my phone rings and I'm like, it's our project manager calling, and he goes, "What's going on in Cadillac? I heard that Davin got shocked and knocked the whole LED wall out." And I'm like, I didn't hear anything like that. And in fact, I thought it was a miscommunication, because earlier one of the labor guys came over like showing me a power strip and saying something happened with the power on one of the OnStar walls and whatever, and they had to, and you told them to go put power strips around. So I thought, it had something to do with that. I had no idea that he was right, that you were electrocuted.
And then when I decided to clean up the room, I had our guy come back to the room, and I said, "Listen, if I get electrocuted again and I stick to this power distro, you need to pull me off."
And electrocute himself. But, you gotta knock you off with a piece of wood.
With a piece of wood. Just fucking knock me. This is your job. Can you handle this job?
This is how you're a valuable employee, because you got electrocuted and you went back to work on it.
It's true. Yeah, and the project manager's like, "Are you going to the hospital?" I'm like, "No, my finger will come back, maybe."
This might not work, but I was picturing this, and it's from Daffy Duck. I'm picturing, you, and especially if you had hair.
The stars and
it
the
went,
birds.
No, and it went, and then you're smoking, and your hair's messed up, and this noise happens.
Dang, David!
No, do you remember Daffy Duck where that would happen? You get blown up, and then it's all quiet, and he just goes,
Oh, Lord. So that's how my day started. It's like a shadow like a giant dark cloud follows me.
It sure is.
It seems
getting
like
electrocuted.
But I'm just expressing myself.
You just... With the swearing, yeah.
Yes.
I was when I walked over there, I was picturing seeing you flying through the air with smoke coming off of you.
Well, and then the other thing is too. So I'm dealing with all this, and it's D-Day. We're down to the wire. Everything has to be done today, and it's constant stupid phone calls. Kind of like the phone call from my
pump the brakes.
Phone call from my mom. It's like dealing with stuff like that.
Oh, that was a close one.
We
almost wandered off into that one.
Almost. I almost went.
Speaking of wandering.
Yes.
So we're walking back from the convention center, and of course we're in South Beach. And that's where people come to act like they're special and they're rich. They act like they're models. Like there's that girl that was standing on the corner with her friends.
With the pose.
With the pose. Like posing like a model. Like she'd studied a whole bunch of pictures of models, and she had to stand in this awkward way, like a non-natural leg positions and stuff, that she's just trying to look like a model. But this is what we noticed. They're all carrying bags from like Barney's or whatever, like the fancy places to shop.
The high-end stuff.
Yeah, like the super expensive shopping places.
Baby.
I've surmised that those bags are empty.
Yep.
They go in and ask for a bag.
It's an accessory.
Yeah. Can I get one of the bags so I can walk around and pretend like I shopped here?
Like I'm rich. Oh, and they
Sir, can I have a bag alone, please? I wonder if that happens.
They do have the runway walk here.
There's a lot of weird walking. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, but just in general, there's such a weird assortment of people here. That you've got the runway walker, and then you've got you've got old men down here wearing clothes from 1973 that walk around staring at things as if it's all new to them. Exactly. Remember, I saw the guy today, and he's staring up at like the like one of the lights, and I'm thinking in his mind, it's going, "There's supposed to be a gas lamp here. Where's the town crier?"
And people are taking pictures of stupid stuff. Like we saw those people taking a video of a
building.
It's like a hotel that they're renovating.
Yeah, a shelled-out hotel.
That'll be a fun video. Let's show this to all our friends back in Europe.
You know what they were doing? Pretending that they bought that place.
Hey,
and they were taking a video of it. They were trying to convince all of us walking by that they owned it, and they were going to, I'm taking a picture of the new renovation of our building.
Were all those Kiss Cruise
I'm sorry, it goes like this. I'm taking a picture of the building that we are renovating.
We are going to make it special for you.
Yes, all the people, you should know how important I am.
We are going to put the cords so they squiggle on the wall.
That's right.
We're going to make everything white. We are giving you lawn chairs.
I'm going to give you a lawn chair for your beautiful... I just switched from French to Russian.
We'll charge you $312 for your laundry, but you will feel special.
Yes. You know what I'll do for you? Just for you. I know how you like to have cold feet, so I'll put no carpet in your room. So you always have to wear shoes.
You want a package? You will have to wait. I'm important. You wait for package.
Waiting means you're special.
Concierge is the only one that knows how to get the package. You FedEx? FedEx fast, concierge slow.
High-end hotel like this only has one person who knows how to get a package. You don't need 7 or 8 different people to get packages for you. Only one. Highly paid one person.
We are on break now. It's union job.
Miami union job. Means we're on break and we're stupid.
Oh, Lord.
Get in trouble for this shit.
No.
But I do think those girls are walking around with empty bags.
I do think they were.
Just carrying a bag to act cool. A lot of acting cool down here, and it's really dumb.
There is. It's over.
I'm glad that I'm just, I'm past that point. There are past 2 things in my life. Caring about being cool and parkour.
Although the coolest thing I have seen down here is those frickin' electric golf carts.
Oh, yeah. Do a plug for that business, because that's pretty cool. It's a new kind of Uber-y thing.
It's this Uber down here. It's called Freebie. So they got these electric golf carts that seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could, I think, 5 people, 6 people?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passengers.
Right. Well, I think we squeeze 6 in because we squeeze 3 in one row. But it's a little electric golf cart, and they've got this big iPad set up in the front that plays music.
Yep, and there's an LCD screen in the middle, so you watch commercials.
Yep. And each one of the carts is paid for by local advertisers.
Yeah, and commercials. They're doing beer commercials and stuff. So I bet you Miller and Budweiser and all those people.
So you can download
Zima.
Zima. Oh, that's got lots of flavor.
They're involved with anything still.
Zima, because that was probably big down here. So you can download this app, Freebie, Freebee.
Frebe.
B. It's
you just wrecked it. Say it again. Because we're trying to plug for them.
It's
Give them the real.
If you're drunk. Freebie.
Frebe. Oh.
Freebee.
Okay, Bee. Okay, I'm just trying to make because the way to spell freebie is Freebie.
But we're in Miami.
Bee.
Miami, you got to spell different.
Freebie. Do they have a picture of a bee on it?
No.
Okay.
But it's like a green background and this weird swooshy thing. Anyway,
I rode in one and it was awesome because that song was on.
Yeah, and
the Allman Brothers whipping post.
You can click and build a profile, and it links to your Facebook and downloads a picture of yourself to the driver, and you can communicate back and forth with the driver, and it's like Uber.
But was that your playlist? Was that your song playing on there?
No, what I said in my profile, because you build a profile on it, was that I like classic rock and 80s.
Okay.
So Allman Brothers evidently is my profile.
That's classic rock.
The one guy
counts.
was playing, God, what was he? He was playing Boston and all kinds of other stuff.
I loved that song.
But it's completely free. It's completely free. They work on tips.
Yeah, that's the cool part. You don't have to you pay them nothing if you don't want to. But who's going to not pay these people?
Right.
So they probably make more than Uber does just because you feel compelled to give them a bigger tip, like $10 for.
Well, that's the other thing. How
whatever.
How much are they actually claiming?
Oh, well, that's all their business. They're claiming nothing.
It's like when we go to Javits Center and there's that George's restaurant in the back.
Javits Center in Chicago? No, in New York?
New York, yeah.
Okay.
They've got George's. Well, the guy owns a food truck. But during the show setup, he has this little restaurant area in the back, and that's the only place to eat because you can't get anywhere in the 30-minute lunch that you get.
Right, for your setups and all that. Gotcha.
So, cash only, no credit card. How much do you think he's actually claiming?
Cash only? He's probably claiming about 60% of what he actually takes in.
I'm guessing probably 20%.
Think 20?
I can't imagine he's got it locked in.
Yeah, so it's really up to them to claim anything at all, these freebie drivers. I wish they had freebie where I lived. That's great because not only was it cheap, and it was nice because it's got a roof over the top of it, so you're not sitting in the sun. You're sitting in a nice roof area, and it was fun because the guy drove like an asshole too.
Oh yeah,
he's spinning around like you're on a theme park ride.
No one has to put on their seatbelts. And
like that's a plus. No one ever has to be safe and come out of it alive.
Yeah, it's a golf cart. If he gets fucking bored, he'll ride on the sidewalk.
He could. He drove us all the way up to the loading docks when we went.
We probably could have talked him into driving us right into the building.
We could have,
the booth,
because he works on tips.
That's
he
true.
would have done anything you want. But the thing that I was cracking up about, because I was doing this to Josh during the Whippin' Post song, I was like really overdoing the rock singing.
Oh, the guy had the music cranked.
Yeah, we had her up really, really loud. I've been tied to the Whippin' Post. But I was doing the thing where I'm just mouthing the words, but I'm making the whole face with the fist like this. You know, you can't see that, but I'm doing the over-the-top rock singer kind of fake face and everything. Lisa does that all the time. It cracks me up because she'll just like way overdo it whenever there's like the heavy singing part of the song. She just like, but it kills me. And she's doing it for a joke.
Right.
But
it's
so I'm doing that to Josh. He's just trying to ignore me.
It's like watching a Meatloaf concert.
Meatloaf concert. Yeah, really. They're just over the top.
Overacted, you know.
Overacting your rockness.
Oh.
Josh is just sitting there staring off. And I'm just going, you like this song?
I saw one of them, and it's now my new favorite. And I was stupid because we got done with work at 11, and then I decided to watch a movie
that's right,
on Netflix, and I was up till 4:30. But this documentary, if you guys get a chance to watch it, it's on Netflix. The Green Day, the Broadway, the Broadway Green Day.
I saw it, but they didn't.
It's freaking awesome. And I'm not a huge Green Day fan. I like some of their songs, but I like them more now after.
Well, you're huge, all right.
Oh, fuck you, Jerry.
Right.
That's all I gotta say is fuck you.
Trying to bring the comedy back to the show.
So anyway, if you guys get a chance to see that, it's the Broadway Green Day documentary.
It sounds stupid, but it's not. It's more of this is Green Day's story, and it's told while they're putting together
the Broadway
show, which turns out to be a pretty good show.
Broadway Idiot, I think, is what it's called.
Broadway Idiot is the name of the documentary.
Okay. Yeah,
because it's all
really well put together.
American Idiot.
Really good.
I like Green Day more now than I did. I always liked them, but then when you listen to them talk about why they did things, certain songs, and what it means, and all that stuff, then
and they've been a band since 15 years old.
Yeah. Since, in fact, it was early 80s when they started up, I think.
And it's like they decided at one point in time in their careers that we have an opinion and we want it to be heard.
Yeah. We also want to spit up into the air and recatch it back into our mouths.
But with gum and pickles.
They used to just spit up in the air and then catch it.
Some of these people, oh my Lord.
What are we missing? Because it's that time already.
It is. It's getting there.
Are we missing anything?
Is there anything you wanted to talk? Oh, I probably have
I
or
can
two
save
things.
for the next show too. So
That's true. I wanted to, let's see, looking through the show notes. I was gonna bitch about fucking Stella beer.
the
That's
beer
one of the-
Stella.
Why don't they have fucking twist
Artois? How do you pronounce that?
Artois.
Artois? I
Yeah.
don't believe you.
So I drink Stella and Yingling, whatever. But
Stella Artis.
why don't they have fucking twist off caps? God damn it!
Because you know what? They're the South Beach of beer.
Oh,
Because it's really cool not to have a twist off.
and those Smirnoffs, those flavored vodka. Not the Zima,
Not the malt beverage.
not the malt beverage.
They still are. Those Smirnoffs are still a flavored malt beverage, aren't
right. The one with flavor.
they? Okay, yeah.
So, here's a work
like
call.
blueberry Smirnoff or something.
Here's a work call. Hang on.
Okay.
Hey, Stacy. Hello. Oh, she didn't answer.
All right. Well, we
I'll
didn't
call her
want
back
to do that
after the show.
anyway.
Anyway,
We didn't ask her permission to be on the show.
that's true. We'd have to fucking get her to fill out the form and all that.
We'll be
other
over in a
stuff.
second, so don't answer it until
That's
we're done.
true. I'll call her back shortly.
Yeah.
See, we're constantly getting calls. Ugh. Oh, the one thing I wanted to tell you is my friend, Christmas is coming up.
Your friend's name is Christmas is coming up?
No. There's a friend of mine on Facebook that I've known in high school. Her husband actually ruined it for the rest of all men out there.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what he did last Christmas.
Why don't you tell me?
He owns a construction company, I believe. And
Fancy.
Went back to her childhood home. Her dad has passed away recently. And went back to her childhood home where she had a little tiny cottage that her dad built for her in
Oh,
the
a little backyard playhouse thing?
backyard playhouse.
Yeah.
He goes back to the owners of that house and said, I want to do this for my wife. Cuts out her little 7-year-old handprints that are,
They're in the concrete.
cuts it out, frames it, puts pictures of her as a child with her dad in this playhouse,
Yeah.
and gives that to her for Christmas.
What a nice guy.
He's getting laid forever.
That guy.
That guy is gonna get laid forever and made us all look like fucking idiots for buying a fucking toaster for our
Right.
wife.
Did he have any pictures of Grandpa Penny feet?
Penny toes. It's penny toes, Jerry.
Penny
Get
toes.
it right.
Grandpa Penny toes. Everybody, thanks for listening this week. This has been another episode of...
You name it.
Yes, it has. So if you would, please tell other people about how exciting this has been for you.
Oh my God.
And share it and comment. And if you guys start saying stuff on Facebook, on the You Name It Facebook page,
We'll bring it up.
we'll bring it up. Just tell us what you want to talk about. You name it.
We'll do
talk about
shout-outs
anything.
to random people that might actually listen and
Yeah.
give us ideas.
See, watch this. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
There's someone named Randy over there.
We should actually look at the Facebook page every
Oh, the
once in a
friends
while.
list? Well, I know the friends list, but I look at the Facebook page all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody ever comments. They just listen. There's just a lot of listeners, but nobody's saying a word.
Yeah, say some
I don't
shit.
even care if it's bad. You could make fun of me.
Tell us we suck.
Yeah. At least it'll pretend.
At least we know you listened to part of it. You know?
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.